Hi there, it's Saffron, and we've got some guest stars in this video today. There's Shadow. Whoop. There you are, Shadow. Shadow back there being majestic, and Oracle just sleeping. And this video is to show off a new makeup look that I tried today. I am always going to Ulta and getting their little freebie packs, and then not using anything in them beyond like the eyeliner and the mascara. So I tried out one of the lip colors and one of the eye palettes today, along with products that I normally use. So I'm just going to show it off up close. It's my lovely eyes. A little warm. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. I normally go with more of a pinks and purples palette for my eye color, so trying these shades is a little different, but I really like how they turned out, so I'm going to tell you what all I used today. And my products are going to try to run away from me, as they constantly do, because gravity works very effectively around me. So to start, I used, we're just going to catch all kinds of crazy reflections here. Okay, so I used Rimmel's Stay Matte Powder, and this is shade Natural, which is the lightest shade that they have. And it actually works pretty well. It has a little bit of a pink to it, so if you're naturally rosy, it's more of a natural look than a pure like beige or ivory, which is sometimes a little too cool. And then to move on to my eyes, I used Ulta's Super Stretch Mascara, which is one of the fiber mascaras. I really like using those because it adds a little extra to your lashes. And they also tend to be a little cleaner in application. They don't clump as much for me. And for the color palette that I used, it is this cute little quad here. And I started with, oh, wrong side. I started with this cream color, and I applied that to my entire lid and then underneath as well, because I have horrible shadows under my eyes because I never sleep. So I always use a light shimmery eyeshadow everywhere and just cover it, because concealer doesn't do enough. And then after that, I applied the silver right under my brow bone. And then I applied this sort of teal color everywhere from the crease down to to my lash line. And then for the very bottom part of my eyelid, I used the dark navy color. And I didn't really blend it or anything, I just sort of slapped them all on there. And I like how that turned out. And to move back to the all over face, my blush that I use is NARS in Deep Throat. And it's almost time for me to get a new one. I have only had this since 2010. So if that tells you how long they last, that's pretty good. And then I use an all over shimmering bronze to highlight. And it is this Wet n Wild bronzer. It's from the Fergie Center Stage collection, and it's color Rose Gold Goddess. And this is one of the very few bronzers I've found that's actually not 500 shades too dark for me, because I'm extremely pale. I think Casper has a better tan than I do. Oh, and almost forgot to mention my eyeliner, which is another product I'm almost out of, but I use Rimmel's Scandalize in brown. I prefer brown eyeliners because they're a little more, they're a little less harsh than a black liner, and looks a little better on my coloring and with the color palette that I usually work with. And then for my lips, I don't normally use a lip primer, but I decided to today because why not? And I used, this is a Julep product. I mostly get their polishes, which I have one on right now, of course. And I decided to try this. This is their Blank Canvas Plumping Lip Primer. It has a very minimal plumping look. What I've mostly noticed is like the outer edges of my the outer edges, like near the corners of my lips, are usually kind of flat, and it really fills those up without making the entire lip look really plumped. So it's just really more filling out the edges, and it also really smooths and creates a great base for your lip color. And for my lip color, I used this little freebie sample from Ulta in color Spice, which is sort of a shimmery, darker pink. And normally I don't wear pinks on camera. I use reds most of the time because pinks a lot of time will not really show up very well for me. But this one is a good color, and it is actually visible that I'm wearing lip color. And I really like that. So, fun new look. Maybe I've inspired someone to try something out or given you a good product idea. But thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye, kitties.